team. I'm Alexandra Eidenberg, and this is a Mompreneur interview with Mably and MeetAdvisors.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, Shannon. We're excited to have you.
Thanks for having
So,
me.
Ms. Shannon Valko, tell us more about you and what you do. We're so excited to have you here today for the Momprenneurship interview series.
Thank you. I'm Shannon Valko. I own Little Beans Cafe in Lincoln Park. It's a play cafe. It's kind of a growing concept. Started in Europe and has been coming to the U.S. and there's a few in the Midwest and all over. But we're a play cafe that has indoor play options for kids. So we're an indoor play space for 0 to 6 with a cafe for parents. So the mom can get a specialty coffee drink, just like a Starbucks, and a sandwich. We sell paninis, salads, snacks, and pastries. Yep. And the mom and dad, family, caregiver can enjoy a nice, peaceful, peaceful lunch or breakfast.
Although I find that anything with the kids these days is never 100% peaceful.
No, not peaceful completely, but a little bit of I'm going to have a coffee and watch my kid play and play with other kids.
I like it. Now, how did you end up starting Little Beans? What was the catalyst for that?
Well, I come from a family of generally entrepreneurs. My dad owned his own business that was started by my grandfather. And I always knew I definitely wanted to go into business for myself. And I worked in corporate America in marketing for 13 years and had my son. So I had about a 6-year-old and a 3.5-year-old. And I had my son. And we were trying to decide whether I was going to stay in my corporate job, which was great, but I travel a lot. And I came across a play cafe in Florida. It was the first one. Mm-hmm. At the time, I was considering opening a My Gym franchise. So I went through the whole process. I did the whole franchise process thing. And we got a franchise opportunity in Detroit, but my husband couldn't find a job, and so in Detroit. So we started exploring this idea of a play cafe. At the time, there were not many in Chicago, just a few little ones. And we decided we wanted to take it to the next level with more of a community center, community-driven programming and play and food concepts. And so we wrote the business plan, got financing, and it happened really fast. And,
awesome. And how many years ago did you open?
We're on our 4th year.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's really exciting. And I heard that you might be opening up a second location. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We are. We're working on a location in Evanston. So it's been a long time coming. In our original plans for Little Beans, we had hoped to open our first location and then 2 years later open our second. Yeah. And then life gets in the way and work on really making sure the first one's solid. And so we finally found the right space in Evanston. It's in Southwest Evanston at Oakton and Asbury, and it's going to be an even bigger center. So our current space is 7,000 square feet, a little under, and our new space is going to be 14,000 square feet, and we're going to focus on kids 0 to 10.
Okay, great. So a little bit older of an age range.
A little bit older age range. So we'll have an area for kids 0 to 6, like our current Little Beans, exactly the same. A cafe, and then an area for kids 5 to 10. With
awesome. So then there are like separate areas. 10-year-olds on trampoline, the 1-year-olds kind of thing.
Separate area. We'll also have a small half-court gym. So and then we'll have different programming going on in there, classrooms and stuff. But there'll be certain times of day when the younger, maybe at 4 and up, can go into the bigger kid area supervised by a parent, and then after school hours will be closed to 5 and up, and we're gonna have like a cool beaker system.
Now, how do you incorporate your kids into your business?
Oh yeah,
do they get to go all the time? Are they your number one clients over there?
They are. My son, I mean, he was only 2.5, 3, just about 3 when we opened Little Beans, and he was like our test market. I mean, every toy we tested with him, every single idea I had, and it's actually kind of amazing because he's a little entrepreneur now himself. Every time I have like an issue or something I'm trying to figure out, he actually will try to sit down and solve it.
He's brainstorming with
mom. He was at work register. It's like an integral part. People know him. But
that's fantastic.
My daughter was in a baby Bjorn when we opened, so she was raised in the business. So they were a huge influence. I love it. There was little signs in our Crowan that say Will and Sydney Avenue. So that they have a little touch there, but they definitely, he's now 6, so he's growing out of our current concept. Plus, that's why I wanted.
Is that why you're doing the older one? Now, are you in the North Shore? Do you live in that area?
I live in Evanston.
Okay, great.
So it worked out really well. We lived in Oak Park too, and this is actually just the building we found. Happened to be in Evanston, so win-win.
Nice.
But when we decided to go to a suburb, we figured we really needed to incorporate the dual, multiple kids. Yeah. There are a lot of people in the city who have 2 to 3 kids, but most of them are pretty tight. In age, and we find that we did a little consumer research and we found that the older kids 5 and up, we do have a more tendency to move outside the city, unfortunately, because I'm
for school and
that. So we wanted to make sure that our new space had a spot where you come with a 3, a 5, and a 7-year-old, and have something really fun and engaging for all the kids.
The different age
so it could really truly be a family destination.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I picked the most boring industry to be in. I don't know if you know, but I own an insurance agency called The Insurance People. It's fantastically boring, I like to say. But so, one thing is, I'm always impressed with moms that are involved in businesses that have to do with children. I love being a mom, but being around other parents and other children all day has to be kind of challenging. Yeah. Tell me more about your hardships and successes as you've been growing this business that's so directly correlated with the community and different styles of parenting.
It's definitely a consideration when you work with kids. I love kids. Obviously, you have to love kids to work with them every day.
Sure.
But it is challenging because there's all sorts of different parenting styles and behaviors. Mm-hmm. There's all sorts of different types of people bringing their kids into play, grandparents, caregivers, moms and dads, and everybody might parent the children differently. There's kids that come all the time, so they know the space really well, and there's kids that are coming for the first time. And there's kids who are all different ages. You know, there's a 2-year-old playing with a 5-year-old. Yeah. So there's definitely a large range of different styles, and so we do have to really be considerate and diplomatic about how we handle certain situations that might come up with, you know, different parenting styles and different kid type behaviors or different, you know, emotional processes the kids are in. So it can be a challenge. In the beginning, it was a much more of a challenge. Now we do have kind of a process and a system down, and we do have a better way of kind of diplomatically handling things that come up, because it is, it's a concern for our business, and that when people come, they obviously want to feel safe and comfortable. And if an older child is roughhousing, we have to be cautious of that without, making sure that child still can have fun in a way that will be not disruptive. So,
do you find that your entrepreneurial experience in this kid industry has made you an even better mom? Like, you know how to apply it in your own household, in your own world?
Somewhat, but I find actually is probably a big challenge of parenting for me is that I have a lot of patience with other people's kids because I'm in that environment where I have to.
Right.
But with my own kids, I find that I won't give them the same patience that I give some of the kids I work with, and I have a lot of guilt about that for sure. I mean, I'll snap at my child and be like, wow, I'm around kids all the time that are misbehaving, and I'm
now that your kids are getting older, do they call you out on allowing more lenience for other kids?
A little bit, yeah. My daughter, it's kind of funny. My 3.5-year-old's in our camp program, and it's hard. She'll run up to me and want to give me a hug, and then all the kids start running up and wanting to give hugs. So it's it can be really fun and cute, and like it's fun that I have a child with the program, but it also can be I can't treat her any differently than I treat the other campers or give her more snack or whatever.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Silly stuff.
Right.
But,
yeah. Well, but it's also their second home, so it's hard for them not to feel so comfortable. I know that as my kids go to the same places often, even though it's not a place that we own, they become so much more comfortable that they kind of have that ownership in the space. So I'm sure your kids have even more ownership since it's their mom's business.
They do, and I'm kind of a clean freak there. It's my big thing is as a parent, I want everything to be clean and sterile, and really it's a big focus of ours. So that's kind of funny because I'm almost damaging my daughter who gets in there and she's like, I need the spray bottle, and she's spraying it. And my son's like, that's actually, they're actually so one day,
missed a spot.
One day they're riding, his wife and husband are going to fake me, but they're very clean,
I love it. That's awesome.
It's fun.
Now, what does mompreneurship mean for you?
It's a community. You leave corporate America and you have a team you work with, or you work with clients, and you have that one-on-one camaraderie. For the first year I was owning Little Beans. I felt kind of alone. I own it with my brother, which is awesome. We're really great business partners. But, I needed more. I needed to work with women. I needed to work with people that I felt had the same, work values as I do and everything else. And so I found a great community of moms and mompreneurs, and I feel it's a very nice way to have a community of people to rely on, network with. I try to work with most mompreneurs when I can, with all of our vendors and stuff. And
totally.
It's a nice way. It's a nice resource. It's a nice camaraderie. It's a nice way to, I think, expand your business.
I think entrepreneurship in general, it's a very alone feeling because you build the ladder, you climb it, you build it more, and you're bringing your team up with you. And when you work for a company, there's the rules. Here's how to get to the next level. There's all this book on how to. So I think it's an amazing experience to be able to learn and grow together.
Yeah.
But challenging too.
It is challenging, and it's especially nice for me because I own a kids business where if I'm in a group of people who also own businesses and have kids, that's they're amazing assets to me because I can ask them questions about things that they might like or not like. I've done focus groups with all the different mompreneurs to really understand the things that their kids like and the things that are challenges for them being business owners. So it's nice.
Well, I know for myself that I upon having kids, I didn't really know what my work schedule was going to look like. I owned a business prior to having kids, so I didn't realize how lucky I was until I had the kids, and I knew I could make my schedule. So I have been doing a part-time schedule with the kids Tuesday, Thursdays, and I'm working Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Of course, as a business owner, I'm always working in some capacity. Are you full-time? What kind of scheduling are you doing?
So the first 2 years we were open, I was full-time, 7 days a week, 10 hours a day. My nanny would drop the kids off. It was insanity, and it wasn't working for my kids or myself. So now I work 4 days a week, and I work all the time. But I work 4 days physically a week. But the challenge I think with owning a retail shop is if someone gets sick or something comes up with a scheduling conflict,
You're Johnny on the spot.
Right. Yeah. Between my brother and I, one of us are Johnny on the spot. So
totally.
The
Or
kids
Jill on the spot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. So so that's a challenge with my schedule, but I am there less. I now try to pick my son up every day, my daughter most days, and so it's nice because I have a nice carpool going on, and I still feel like I have the benefit of a stay-at-home mom kind of image in my community, but at the same time I'm technically working all the hours the kids are at school or whatever, but it's a nice balance.
Worlds.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
balance. And having a place in Evanston will be nice because I live up there.
So close to home.
My brother will manage more of the city one, and I'll be able to bring them there after school. And
so where's your location in the city?
It's a Webster and Elston.
Webster and Elston. Yeah. Okay, great. And the one that's in Evanston, what are the coordinates of that one? And
Asbury and Oakton, and it'll open in November.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited for your second location to open, and I'm looking forward to visiting your space with my girls. I have 13-month-old twins, and we've been looking for different activities in the community, and clearly we know we're going to be going to Little Beans soon because I need coffee. I'm a huge fan of having as much coffee as humanly possible. Yeah. Now, what's your website?
It's www.littlebeanscafe.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Go ahead.
We'll have it updated for our new site in October.
Oh, new site in October for the new location. I like it. All sorts of launches. Well, thank you, Shannon, for being here today. This is awesome. Please take a moment to check out MeetAdvisors.com and check out InsurancePeople.com if you want to see some boring activities there. I'm Alexandra Eidenberg, and this was a Mompreneur interview with Shannon Valko. Thanks so much.